So you're thinking about buying your first home in Edmonton in 2026? Yeah, it can feel like a lot. But what if I told you that you might be about to miss out on thousands of dollars in free money and savings? Well, today we're going to cut through all that confusion. We're building your ultimate financial roadmap to getting those keys in your hand.
All right, let's just get right to it. The biggest question you need to ask yourself is this: are you leaving money on the table? Seriously, because when you add up all the federal programs, the city initiatives, the builder rebates, we're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars that most first-time buyers they don't even know what's there for the taking.
And that's what this is all about. We're going to walk through every single major incentive that's out there for you. Think of this as your personal playbook to save the most money possible and, finally make that dream of owning a home a reality. Okay, first things first. Before we even talk about houses, we've got to talk about where you're stashing your cash. Building that down payment, that's the foundation of everything. And luckily, there are two, let's call them super accounts, that are specifically designed to help you build it way, way faster.
And here it is. Meet the absolute star of the show, the First Home Savings Account, the FHSA. Look, if you forget everything else I say, remember this. This account is hands down the single most important tool you have as a first-time homebuyer in 2026, period.
So you're probably wondering, what's so great about it? Well, think of it like this. It's a financial hybrid. It took the best part of an RRSP, which is getting a tax deduction when you put money in, and smashed it together with the best part of a TFSA, where you can take money out completely tax-free for your home. It's literally the best of both worlds rolled into one account. And here's the number you need to burn into your brain: $8,000. That's how much you can put in every single year. Every dollar you contribute actually lowers your taxable income for that year, which means a bigger tax refund for you, and then that whole pot of money just grows and grows, completely tax-free, until you're ready to buy.
Okay, but here's the catch, and you really need to listen to this part. The second you open an FHSA, a 15-year countdown clock starts. It's a use-it-or-lose-it deal. You have to use that money on a home within 15 years. So the big takeaway here? Open one now. Even if you could only put in like $50, just get that clock started.
Now, I'm going to tell you about a mistake that could literally cost you thousands of dollars. A lot of people think, oh, I'll move in, get settled, and then I'll use my FHSA money to buy a new couch or do some renos. Nope, that is not how it works. You have to pull the money out before you take possession, or at the very latest within 30 days after. If you miss that 30-day window, poof, that tax-free withdrawal is gone and it all becomes taxable income. This is a timing game you cannot afford to lose.
Okay, so what about that other savings power tool I mentioned? That's the good old home buyer's plan. This is where you can borrow from your own RRSP completely interest-free. And the government just gave it a major upgrade for 2026. The limit is now a whopping $60,000 per person. And get this, you now get a 5-year grace period before you even have to start paying it back. That's huge.
All right, so you've got your savings accounts firing on all cylinders. Now comes the next big fork in the road. Do you go for a brand spanking new build or an existing resale home? And trust me, this isn't just about whether you like new home smell or classic charm. This is a massive tax decision. Here's the deal in a nutshell. If you buy a brand new construction home, you have to pay the 5% GST on it. But the government will give you a big chunk of that back as a rebate. We're talking potentially thousands of dollars. On the other hand, with a resale home, there's no GST to pay in the first place. So it's a simpler transaction, sure, but you also don't get that juicy rebate. Okay, but if you do decide to go with a new build, you need to ask one question. Seriously, write this down. Is the price I'm seeing net of the GST rebate? See, most builders here in Edmonton are smart. They already subtract the rebate from the price they show you to make it look lower. Then, they just have you sign the rebate over to them. It's not a bad thing. It lowers your mortgage, but you need to know it's happening so you don't think you're getting a surprise check later. Always ask.
Okay, let's switch gears. I want to let you in on a little local secret. This is an incentive that gives Edmonton buyers a pretty sweet advantage, something you're just not going to find anywhere else. This is our Home Turf Edge.
It's called the First Place program. And just imagine this for a second. For the first 5 years you live in your new home, your mortgage payment is way lower than it should be. Sounds good, right? So here's how it works. The city uses old surplus school land for new townhome projects. And the deal is, you get to put off paying for the land portion for 5 whole years. You just pay the mortgage on the house itself. It's an amazing way to ease into home ownership. For 2026, you just need a household income under $130,000 to be eligible. So let's be real.
A lot of us get a little help from our families to pull that first down payment together. And that's awesome. But when the bank of mom and dad opens its doors, you got to do it by the book. Otherwise, the mortgage lenders can get, well, pretty unhappy.
It's actually super simple. Just 3 steps. Step 1, the money has to come from an immediate family member. Think parents, grandparents, siblings. Step 2, this is the big one. You need an official gift letter, signed, sealed, delivered, that says this is a gift, not a loan, and it never has to be paid back. And step 3, you need a crystal clear paper trail showing the money going from their account directly into yours. The lenders just need proof it's not some secret loan you have to pay back.
Okay, we're on the home stretch now. Let's do a quick lightning round. These are the last few credits and refunds you can grab to put a little extra cash back into your bank account after all is said and done.
First up, $1,500. Simple as that. When you do your taxes the year you buy your house, you claim the first-time homebuyer's tax credit, and that gets you a cool $1,500 refund. It's a nice little bonus to help cover moving costs or those lawyer fees.
Next up, if you happen to buy a really energy-efficient home, you might be able to get up to 25% of your CMHC insurance premium refunded back to you. It's called the Eco Plus refund, a pretty nice reward for being environmentally friendly.
And now we come to maybe the most important question that anyone moving to Alberta asks. It's a big one, and it involves a nasty thing called land transfer tax. So, does Alberta have one?
The answer is a glorious, wonderful wallet-saving no! We do not have a land transfer tax. This is a huge, huge deal. In places like Toronto, that tax can cost you tens of thousands of dollars extra. Here in Edmonton, you pay a small fee to register the title. That's it. It's one of the biggest affordability advantages we have.
So there you have it, the FHSA, the Home Buyers Plan, the GST rebate, the Edmonton-only programs. You've basically got the whole financial playbook now. But all these numbers and strategies, they're just the tools. They're only one part of the story. The real question, the one that matters most is, what story is your first home going to tell? What's going to happen inside those walls? Because that's the real prize.